I am John from John's Pipe Journey, and I'm doing this video because it's Peterson Silver Spigot Thursday. So I've got my XL02 smooth bowl filled with GLP's Westminster. Whoa. Thanks, Gregg. Speaking of Gregg, the reason why I watch Gregg's channel is because he's not afraid to tackle sensitive topics. He is genuine. What you see is pretty much who he is. I have not met him personally, but I've heard from enough people that he's exactly the same. And he's a hard-working businessman that has gone through a lot in his life. So he speaks from experience most of the time, and he's got a lot of wisdom to share. He's also extremely funny. Thanks, Katie and Steven. Sometimes he can be a little provocative. That's kind of his personality, I think. So he's riled a few feathers, but we all have. I've had my internet stalkers before. I think that's, for the most part, I think that's shows your success. The more successful you are, the more jealousy is created. And pretty much every conflict we have, when you peel back the onion, it's the J, I call it the J factor, which I got from my friend John Nikoski. Because most people are jealous of anybody else that they think has more than they do. Whatever it is. This GLP's Westminster is great if you've never tasted it. A guy at 2 years ago at the Muletown Pipe Show, a guy turned me on to this. I don't remember his name, unfortunately. I've got it written down in a little notebook somewhere. But he shared a bowl of it, and I immediately ordered some. I'm also having this video because it's we're having a cold snap. It's right now it's 82 out. With the heat index, it's 90. And it's been well into the hundreds for the last few weeks. It's been so hot that I have not even come close to wanting to do a video outside. And during the summer, I don't like doing videos inside because of just the scenery. I mean, if you look behind me, every day there's at least one doe out here behind me multiple times a day, munching at the salt lick that I created out there. And the nice thing about it is I throw it on all the piles of leaves, and they get it scratched down completely to bare earth. so it cleans up right along on the outside of my fence. Well, I mentioned Gregg's wisdom. I love hearing his wisdom. He gets you to think, too. I agree with him almost all the time because I'm conservative myself. So he doesn't make me think like, oh, I don't agree with him, and so I have to think about it. I just think about his perspective, and then usually it's right on exactly how I think. I might not have put it in any words or anything, but he's great at doing that. He's a hard worker, but he still makes time to put up videos for everybody, and I think that's really wonderful. I haven't done that myself. As far as putting up lots of videos, is when it gets hot out, I can hardly deal with it out here. Like, literally, it's been before where you could just sit out here and you just sweat to death. Right now, there's a cool breeze. There's a storm that's supposedly coming through, but once again, I don't think it's going to do anything. Yesterday, it was completely cloudy and thunder and lightning and everything, and about 10 drops of rain came down. Thanks, Gregg. So I think that sums it up. I'm sure if I thought long and hard about it, I could come up with a bunch of other stuff, but those are the highlights of why I really like listening to him or watching his videos. Definitely not alone. He's got a gazillion subscribers. So, with that, I think I'm just going to sit here, enjoy this Westminster in my beautiful Peterson Silver Spigot XL-02 with a P-lip and a smooth model. And I'll just let the video run for a little while, and you can sit here with me. If I think of something, I'll say it, but no animals except for Max, my favorite cat, is behind me. Everybody else is inside in the air conditioning. They're the smart ones. Well, I would like to say I really appreciate all of my subscribers and the people that watch my channel. Because I decided this summer I wasn't going to spend a bunch of money on tobacco and pipes. And focusing more on getting completely out of debt. And so, unless you're buying pipes and tobacco, it's hard to come up with a topic unless you're talking about politics or something like that, and I can't stand talking about politics. Well, I guess I can say this much. I completely am convinced that there's only one, we do not have a two-party system, and we haven't for decades. I think basically we just are given the illusion that we've got a choice. And so the powers that be keep us fighting amongst each other. And that keeps us distracted from what's really going on. or distracted from who's really running things, and it's definitely not somebody that's elected. So that's why I've kind of stopped paying much attention to politics, because I think it's a complete psyop just to keep us fighting and blinded to what's really going on, because keep hearing that, the truth is out now, we're starting to wake up, and we might be waking up, but it doesn't seem to matter. The Kennedy files were finally released, and it confirmed everything that I've always believed, because I've kind of studied it ever since, I guess, about the time I started college. I started reading all about it and studying it, and being a competitive pistol shooter, I immediately knew that the one bullet theory was in complete insanity. And one of my best friends, who's passed away now, thought that I was an idiot for thinking that Oswald was not the only person that did the whole thing, and you couldn't convince him otherwise. And the guy was super intelligent, except for he apparently had no common sense and was too lazy to look things up and just listen to the news. But they waited basically until everyone was dead before they released that, and it didn't seem to have any effect on anything. So I kind of think that that's, along with this Epstein files and all that stuff, it's hard to watch and listen to that stuff anymore for me, because I think it's just some kind of scripted 1984 Orwellian thing that we're being spoon-fed so that we'll keep quiet and in line. Like, remember the Q thing. I got sucked into that because I wanted to believe it so badly, and that was completely a psyop. Well, anyway, I guess I have gotten on my political soapbox, but those are reasons why I don't pay much attention to it anymore, because it's just disgusting. I still vote religiously, but I go vote thinking that nothing's going to change or matter. And so far, nothing really has changed much. It was fantastic when Trump got in 2016 and had all these fantastic executive orders that when Biden came in, within an hour and a pen, he had eliminated everything that Trump had done that was good. So more or less, it was like he was never in office, except for the fact that he could show us what our economy could start doing and how fast it could turn around. Anyway, my recommendation is everybody pray for the people of our country to change their hearts, because I don't think until we change our hearts and get back to the Lord, I don't think he's going to ever repair our land. And I definitely think we're under judgment right now. Whether you agree or not, that doesn't really matter, but that's what I'm praying for, and I think that's really a good thing to pray for. But it's a gorgeous day in paradise. The lighting's perfect because is a complete white sky, so it looks like I got professional lighting on me. Instead of having to look through the sun and squinting and stuff. Thanks, Stephen and Katie. Well, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to let it run for like 5 minutes or less. I'll make it go to 20 minutes. And hopefully you'll hear some nice bird sounds besides just roosters crowing. Anyway, until next time, God bless.